Trent's like, no, now we have audio proof.
Alex looks like he's asleep with his eyes open.
I kind of want this to just be the intro and not
should
do like,
be.
yeah, we're just going to keep all this in. Okay. Well, this is the podcast, everybody. Welcome to Making the Call. Yeah, no, don't worry about snapping or anything. I'm just going to leave it. That'll just be the intro. Keep the listeners on their toes. We got a full crew today, so that's always fun. Joined by Trent, Austin, Rosie, and Alex. Alex tried to bail on account of being a little sleepy. And then the dads on the podcast said, no, get your butt in front of a microphone.
I'm here.
Good man.
Good man. All right. Let's start one big headline. Austin, how about you kick us off?
Yeah, mine is, as Rangers baseball has ended, Mavs basketball has begun. They played their first preseason game on Monday night. Not too much to write home about, except for Derek Lively going 5 for 5 and looking like a beast. Did y'all see that coast to coast highlight that he had?
No. I did.
Nope.
Yeah, it was, dribble all the way down the floor. Took the ball up and just straight to the rack.
Did he make a three?
I think.
Did it hurt?
Did he make a three? Here, I got the thing in front of me. No, he didn't even shoot a three. But
dang it.
I think it's time to have the discussion. So we all knew that like Derek Lively could be like one of the key guys on this team, but I think the superstar talk is starting to heat up a little bit, and I was curious to get y'all's
played
thoughts on
one
that.
preseason game.
We lost the game.
I know.
And they lost.
I know. But like you just continue to see him. Hold on, but you continue to see him. So
Let him
Giannis was nothing until year 3. So, but
are we throwing out the Giannis
There it
comps
is.
already?
so
He's
I've
Giannis.
seen the Giannis comps on Twitter, like a bunch of them, like
Holy
from
cow,
media
dude.
guys. And
What is
so,
in that glass?
We just let him have his second year, dude.
yeah, no, just like, but so like I think
Holy
I guess my whole thing is I think Lively's ceiling may be higher than we originally thought. I'm not saying it's Giannis.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I
not.
don't think we don't need any more hot takes on this podcast today. We've got them all in the first 2 minutes.
No. I'm not
just
saying.
like- I just
I'm not
like how
saying
much
it.
pressure on his shoulders.
I'm not
I
saying
like
that he's
mentioning
Giannis, but I think his ceiling is higher than maybe we're thinking it is. That's all I'm
do-
saying.
I
We
do
already-
like that how like when we pushed back on the Giannis comparisons, Austin's defense was, well, I saw it on Twitter.
Dude, hey, that's everybody's defense for everything. So
Yeah, man.
free speech. It's
I
I'm
mean-
sure it's not just me.
Derek Lively is going to be really good, but
He's not
mean-
gonna be Giannis. He doesn't have the mobility to be Giannis, but
Not yet, apparently.
not yet. Give him till
did you
year
see
4.
Giannis in year 2? He didn't look like what he does now.
Giannis did not. look
Jokic
like-
was a second round pick. People forget. So it can happen.
I'm just telling you the ceiling's high. That's all I'm saying. And I'm pumped to have Mavs basketball back.
And I'm
When
pumped
does the season
that
start?
Couple
end of
weeks.
October.
Couple
Yeah.
of weeks, yeah. None of the other Mavs acquisitions looked really great, but Derek Lively looked awesome. So
The first game is, hold on. I know it's against the Spurs. Thursday, October 24th. So they host Wemby. I'm excited for Mavs basketball too. I'm excited that it won't be on Bally. And it was announced on Tuesday that the Rangers will not be on Bally. Stars are already on Victory Plus. So
where are the Mavs going?
local
GXA
channel.
21.
Okay. So
I don't know if that's the actual
And they're gonna-
channel, but-
No, it's another affiliate. I know they're gonna have like a
Do they
streaming
stream?
option,
okay, I need a streaming option.
but yeah, they'll have a streaming option. I don't think that's been ironed out quite yet.
Okay. They need to hurry up.
Rosie, one big headline.
Hockey's back.
Oh, you bastard.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll let Trent talk about that.
It's been the easiest one for the last 3 weeks because it's been back for 3 weeks in a
Right.
row.
This is the year that I'm going to get into it, though. I'm so excited for hockey.
I
But
said that every year.
Trent
gonna
having
have to-
hockey as his one big headline is like that video of that teacher walking in a different colored shirt every day. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, but my real big headline is that I'm gonna have to report my betting winnings on my taxes.
Nice.
We're at that
Yeah.
point.
I mean, hey, that's good.
Yeah, life's good. I was.
That's the good number. The bad number is we did it per day. What you had to bet to get to that point.
Hey, no L's. No L's until you
Call it Christmas because there's no else.
That's right.
Yeah, no, Rosie, I feel like from when this podcast first started, Alex was like the go-to kind of gambler, cooking up some nice parlays and whatnot. And I feel like this past 6 months or whatever has basically been like
6
that Lightning
weeks.
basically the
Yeah.
Lightning McQueen meme where like Alex is Lightning McQueen and he's going down the race, the racetrack, and then Rosie just comes out of nowhere and just smokes him.
The MTC resident gambling
Tired old man.
addict.
Yeah.
You're tired at what? 8 o'clock, 7:45.
He's like, I'm
Gotta
halfway
play
through
some bets.
parlay
Yeah.
time at that point.
Price picks. baby.
I'm doing research. Research till midnight every night.
Oh man. Rosie, can
Follow
you
us on
come?
the Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I swear you get 30 notifications a day of
Those
just
aren't
these-
even half of them either.
of just these mysterious links that you're supposed to click on, and either your phone's going to
Trust it.
combust or it's going to be a juicy parlay. Who's to say?
I wasn't
Talk
aware that Underdog was anything other than a comic until Rosie started posting all of his pics in
Like-
there. And I was like, Underdog fantasy.
I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but like these are the kind of notifications you get from the Discord. It's just like a combination of letters and dashes. And I'm always like, oh, I wonder if I got hacked. No, Rosie just placed another parlay. Okay.
No, it's code for people that want to make money.
There you
Rosie
go.
just placed another parlay on one of his 20 gambling sites that he uses.
That's how you do it.
All about what the promos,
Um,
right?
Alex, your one big headline.
He's tired.
I guess it's sort of a good piggyback. I'm getting too important at work, and it's killing the rest of my life. As you can see, it basically killed the whole betting podcast because we were both wiped out on Friday. But bets in general have gone down. I don't even listen to podcasts anymore because I'm too busy. I can't really focus in on either. It's tough, but it's a fun kind of tough because we're a growing business, we're getting bigger and all that. So it's good, but it's an adjustment.
I still don't know what Alex does for work.
I'm a shipping and production manager for All Fleet Solutions, sir. If you ever want to build a cop car, hit us up.
A
Build
cop car?
a cop car.
Cop car or a fire truck or
Fire.
anything. Even we build cable cars too. We
In
send
my
harnesses.
spare time, I'll start working on my cop car. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, Alex, I know you a little better now.
Yeah.
I don't. I already forgot. Builds cop cars.
Next
is
time you
What about
see a cop,
construction
next time you
trucks?
see a cop car going down the road, just look and be like, "Oh, Alex built that." That's all.
Alex is in there. Wait, what?
Wait, when Alex takes this whole defunding the police thing very personally now, I guess. So, when you defund the
We're
police, you
getting
defund
plenty of
Alex.
funds. So
Alex said
always
that money.
pays.
That money's still spending.
still going.
All right, Trent, what's yours?
Hockey's
Hockey's back.
I'm 1 for 1.5 on my picks so far tonight already. I got a point from Barkov in the first period, and now I need one for Pasta in this game. Which
Did you say
not just
Pasta?
happen. Oh yeah,
Pasta.
Pasternak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Aren't they playing in Prague?
no, that was last week.
Oh,
This is the start of the North American side of things is tonight. It
Last
starts on
week.
Thursday.
When it was
Last
also
week
back.
they started the season in Europe.
do all the power rankings have the Stars at 1? I haven't looked at any of them.
One
Like,
or two.
are they the favorite? Pretty much.
them
Favorites,
and
yeah.
Edmonton are the favorites.
All right.
Nice. That'll work.
All right. That's everyone, right? Oh no. Well, besides me.
You.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Playoff baseball. Trent's favorite thing.
Next.
It's been really fun. I feel like the games have been very exciting. The Monday night Cleveland versus Detroit, you had Skubal just being a hoss and pitching 7 innings. Didn't give up a run. And then Emmanuel Clase comes in for the Guardians, by far the best reliever in all of baseball, and gives up a 3-run home run, and Detroit wins. And Trent, can you tell me who traded Emmanuel Clase to the Guardians and what they got in return?
No.
Minnesota Twins.
Wait, you guys don't know this?
I don't even know who that guy is.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know.
Corey
who Clase
Kluber.
is.
Oh, was he in the Corey Kluber
Oh,
Rangers traded him for Corey Kluber. Well, they traded him and Delino to Shields for Corey Kluber.
trade? Yeah, Delano
And-
to Shields was the centerpiece of that trade.
Not the best reliever in baseball for 7 years.
Correct.
Okay. But no, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The Royals beat the Yankees in game 2. So that series is tied, and it led to Jazz Chisholm, the third baseman for the Yankees, basically saying that the Royals got lucky and the Yankees are easily going to win the series. So if you didn't need a reason, or if you still needed a reason to root against the Yankees, there is one for you.
Go Tigers.
burn the hat.
Go Tigers, go Royals, go. I'm happy with any American League Central team advancing. Just get the Yankees out of there. That's all I want.
Did y'all see Machado throw that ball at that Dodgers dugout?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
that
I
was-
did see. I think I sent this to you guys, but I did see a funny tweet because obviously Aaron Judge has been like terrible in the
Oh, that
playoffs,
was-
and
that tweet was
historically,
good.
like he's not been good in the playoffs. And someone said we should simply rename Hurricane Milton to Aaron Judge. That way, it won't hit anything in October. Made me laugh.
Mhm.
That was good. All right. Contest update. So we've got our weekly bets that we've been doing, and let me pull up the scoreboard here.
+1.
Rosie and Austin are in first place at 3 and 2, and then Trent,
What a
Alex, and
turnaround.
myself.
Wow.
Are, yeah,
Look at us.
but
Who would have thought?
the other 3 of us are
No.
2 and 3, so we're one back. Everyone hit this week except for Alex, who took Bill's money line.
Yeah, he's become important at work. We can cut him some slack.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's the update there. And then, is anyone still alive in the second iteration of the Survivor Pool?
Austin and I.
Yeah.
Is that
We're the
it?
Ones. Yep.
Yeah.
There's I think Rhett is too, but he didn't pay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I thought I was going to get it. And then I saw you were still alive. I was like, man, I thought I could win twice. But hey, who's your pick for week 6?
Yeah, right, dude. Next question.
I'll tell you mine.
What's yours?
Mine's not which. Mine's Atlanta. I'm going to take Atlanta this week.
I think I have Atlanta too.
Well, did you see? So me and Matt had the same picks for the first 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Didn't tell each other.
Who do I have?
Atlanta's playing Carolina. That's why I picked them.
I that sounds about what I did. Or who does Houston play?
The Patriots.
It might be them.
My thinking was I'm going to save Houston.
Why? Atlanta gets Carolina at home. I mean, yeah, you're right.
Be careful with what's the stat on like the largest underdogs each week are like 7 and 2 outright or something.
This is the second largest. Carolina's the second largest underdog, so we're good.
What's the spread?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just looking at win probability.
Okay.
Actually,
no, I don't have either any of those.
Would you take Philly,
Nope.
Detroit,
Nope.
Cincinnati? You already
Nope.
took Cincinnati.
Oh, this is great content.
Green Bay.
Yep.
Really?
I took the Packers against Arizona.
Huh.
They got embarrassed at home. They're not going to let it happen again.
Oh, here it is. Okay. So the 2 biggest underdogs of this past week. So Cardinals were 7.5 point dogs and the Giants were 7 point dogs. Both won outright. 7+ point underdogs are now 7 and 2 outright on the season. So as you're making your
I need to go check that.
yeah. Just be careful because if the spread's over 7 points, I don't like your chances.
He says
Um,
be careful, but I think Andrew's dead. So
Yeah, that's why I didn't put money in the second one because I was like, I'm not going to lose more money, and then I
were you out
lost
week?
immediately.
You were out week 1 twice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Man,
I'm
you
not.
suck at
I'm.
this.
I'm not good at this. It's fine.
It's all right. I can't make it past like week 6 in the guillotine league every year. So I don't know.
I'm
what
there
it is.
now.
All right. Before we get into all the week 2 headlines, let's kick it all off with Austin's College Corner because holy cow, apple picking weekend just completely delivered. It was awesome.
It was, I think, one of the funnest weekend. It's one of the funnest college football weekends I can remember.
Most fun.
One of the most what?
Funnest isn't the word.
Funnest. Oh gosh,
Should be.
It should be. It adequately describes my emotions. I don't know. But so it's the first time since 2016 that 6 of the top 11 teams have, or is it 5? I think it was 5 of the top 11 teams have lost all in the
Should have
same
been
week.
6.
Should have been 6, but California just couldn't pull it off. So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I mean, in 2016, I'm pretty sure that Vanderbilt didn't beat the top team in the country. So like, oh, hold on.
She wants to share her thoughts on Vanderbilt. Yeah. Um,
Can you say go Commodores?
No.
Okay. All right. I love you. All right. You go have fun, okay?
Okay.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Say go. No.
no.
That's
No,
the
thank you.
reaction for a lot of stuff. Yeah, so for those of you who didn't get a chance to watch it at home, so Vandy upset Bama, Arkansas upset Tennessee, California almost upset Miami, A&M romped on Missouri, Washington beat Michigan, Minnesota beat USC. So maybe it was just 5. And then I was thinking of Louisville lost, but so really 7 of the top 25 teams lost. And so it was just an incredible week. I haven't really looked ahead to this week's slate. I know Red Rivers this week. I haven't seen if there are any other big games.
Oh,
What are you talking about? It's the biggest
Ton of
weekend.
big games, dude.
Yeah, holy.
I haven't
cow.
looked. I know that Red Rivers this week.
It's
Even
not
I know
just
that.
big.
Oh,
okay.
Ohio State, Oregon, Ole Miss, and LSU.
2 and 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun
Probably
week. I haven't looked.
Well, you should probably look as our
I'm
college
looking.
football expert.
I'm looking now.
And you get to cap it off with 10 p.m. Central Time kickoff. Boise State at Hawaii. Get to see
How many
Ashton
yards?
Genty.
That's
Let's talk.
actually
How many
a
yards?
great midnight capper.
I wonder. Hey, Rosie, can you see if they already have a rushing line posted for Genty for the
Yeah, it's
Hawaii
probably
game?
like 3,000 or something.
I'm mad
That'd be
that he's
over
only been
200
playing a
something
half.
at this point.
I'm so mad he's only playing like a half in 2 of the games. Like he could be on pace for the Sanders record.
I had him under like 190 something, and he was at like 180.
It was
186,
186.
yeah.
Yeah, they took him out, and I won my bet. Thank you, Boise State.
It's
Idiots.
I'm really excited for this Heisman race because it feels like none of the quarterbacks are like the front runners. So it's like,
Hunter.
is it going to be Travis Hunter? Is it going to be Genty and he rushes for 3,000 yards? You know, I'm excited.
Who's the
Genty
top
is-
quarterback in your book?
in terms of
Sanders.
Sanders?
in terms of Heisman or like NFL prospects?
Heisman.
In terms of Heisman, probably Milrow.
Nah, it's Cam Ward.
Oh, Cam
yeah,
Ward.
Cam. I forgot.
That might be the right pick.
So Gene T, a lot of them have Gene T 1, Hunter 2, Cam Ward 3, and then Milrow 4. It looks like
Milrow
he's
just
5.
doesn't have a defense. So he
Milrow. Yeah, Milrow kind of did all he could with that game.
couldn't stop anything. Running
Yeah.
ball every time for at least
Yeah.
5-7 yards.
All
What y'all
what
think
else?
about number 13, like losing his crap at the end of the game? Like, I just can't help but think like what Saban would have done if he were still coaching. You know that you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I
should
know.
have showed that type of passion during the game. Plain and
Yeah,
simple.
should have. I don't know. People are already calling for DeBoer's head, and it's just like,
He should have stayed at Washington.
I was very confused.
Yeah.
Um,
Gonna learn quick why he should have stayed too.
Mhm. I mean,
did you
yeah, it's
did you
different.
guys see the stat that said basically, or it's what did it say? That Vanderbilt scored a combined 13 points the entire against Alabama the entire time Nick Saban was there, and they scored 13 points in the first quarter on Saturday.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's hilarious.
Also, last thing, A&M's getting an at-large bid, and that's where I'll leave it.
All right, let's leave it.
For the playoff?
Yep,
Just leave it, dude.
leave it.
His
We'll
head
see.
is so big right now. Just let
The
him-
college
let him
football
have it.
playoffs,
Yeah, A&M's gonna get an
not
at-large
the NIT.
No,
He's
not
not
the NIT.
crazy, guys. They have an elite defense.
elite defense. The offensive line has gotten better.
Their
every
SEC
week.
schedule isn't that insane. If they're a
Yeah.
10-2, 11-1 team, if they beat
We've got-
Texas, they're in.
And even if we don't beat Texas and still beat LSU, we good decent chance we'll be in.
I think you got to beat Texas. If you're not in the SEC championship game, you got to beat Texas.
All right.
It's not crazy. I'm not saying we're gonna win it. I'm not saying we're gonna win a playoff game, but I'm saying we're gonna make it. It's gonna happen.
All right, buddy.
That's my cool.
All right, let's get into the NFL.
What?
Do you guys have any notes from Monday Night Football? I really don't.
I had the
Um,
Chiefs in the survivor pool, and I won.
Chiefs
Uh,
still undefeated.
Kelsey looked better.
Plus 800.
Mahomes
Shout out.
still looks kind of mid, and the Saints just continue to suck. That's my takeaway.
I think it's
Juju's fun too.
Kareem
Whatever.
Hunt won me a fancy matchup.
do you guys
Him
think
and Jalen
I feel
Colbert
like
did.
I feel like my big takeaway is I think the Chiefs need to trade for some sort of wide receiver who can get open in the red zone.
Amari Cooper.
We've been saying that every
Ooh,
year that they
I
need
like
to
that.
upgrade, though, and they've just continuously not had to.
Well, they didn't have to last year, but I don't know, man. It feels like
Worthy's got to take a step up.
I think Kadarius Toney is a red zone threat.
He's gone
for which
now.
team?
Is he still in the league?
He's on the Browns now. No, not Browns.
Oh God.
He played Sunday, or he was
Um,
on a roster Sunday. I know that.
I do think it is kind of scary because, like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like the Chiefs have played one good game, and they're 5-0, and it just seems like I don't know. I know I just said I feel like they need to trade for a wide receiver, but at the same time, it just feels like they're inevitable.
Juju looked
And-
awesome last night.
Yeah, I mean he looked fine, but I had so much of it is just what Mahomes does back there.
And he wasn't even that great. Like
I don't really think they need anything, to be honest. They have a great defense,
And they're
great
5-0.
offensive line.
And they're 5-0.
Yeah.
That was like, I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast before, but my father-in-law is a Chiefs fan. And like before the season, he was like, telling me about how, they don't have any wide receivers and it's going to be really tough this year because of, wide receiver depth and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, let me get out, the world's smallest violin for you. Like, you're not going to get any sympathy as a Chiefs fan. I'm sorry. You've won back-to-back Super Bowls and you have the best quarterback in the world. Like, you're going to be just fine. Yeah, the Chiefs.
Yeah, no sympathy.
The Chiefs, man. Let's go back to Sunday because that noon slate, especially if you had red zone, like that was what red zone is meant for.
Yeah.
Because it was just beautiful. Like
I kept trying to take a nap, and someone would score every other minute.
yeah. You couldn't breathe. Like it was so chaotic, but in the best way. It's like, oh, Lamar just fumbled a snap in overtime. Oh, this team just scored a touchdown late. Like there were so many lead changes, so many big plays.
Could I walk you through a play-by-play real quick?
Please.
The Bengals-Ravens game, I needed Derrick Henry to get more than 15 fantasy points, and he was at 10 at the end of the game. This was a $750 parlay. And I'm like, dang it, he's at 30 yards. And then Lamar throws his second touchdown to Isaiah Likely across his body. I'm like, it's over. It's over. And then Evan McPherson misses his field goal. Derrick Henry pops off a 50-yard run right after that to end the game. And it cashes. It was great.
And it cashed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude.
Man. That's awesome. That's
So
great.
Making the Call is looking for donors to keep this podcast going. We're listener funded, and we were wondering if you would like to give.
But yeah, it was so fun. I mean, you had the Jags getting their first win. So, well, okay. Am I burying the lead here? Robert Saleh got fired. I guess we should
deserved it.
probably start with that.
He got bookended by Sam Darnold.
I saw that.
His first game as a head coach was a loss to the Carolina Panthers, led by Sam Darnold. And his last game as a head coach was a loss to Sam Darnold as Minnesota Viking.
Did you guys
Pretty
see
fitting.
the theory that apparently, what's his name? No. The owner of Woody Johnson.
Great name.
Yeah. That he, like, basically he used to be the U.S. ambassador to the U.K. And so he was, there in person for the London game. And a bunch of his, British friends and, higher ups, were at the game and, in the box with him. And someone predicted, on one of those, I think it was, on an FS1 show, that basically Woody Johnson was going to be pissed if they lost that game because he was going to be embarrassed in front of all of his, British friends. And it was going to lead, if they lost, there were going to be some rash decisions, and then they lose to Minnesota and Saleh's fired 2 days later.
Escorted out of the building, too.
That's some
Escorted-
billionaire crap, too.
Couldn't talk to his players. Just see it.
Yeah, the escorted out by security thing
That's the
is a
first
little
time
wild.
that's happened.
In 20 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer didn't even get escorted out by security. What are we doing?
Must have been.
I think Robert Saleh is a little scarier than Urban Meyer, just from a physical standpoint. That dude's a beast.
Fair.
He's got a great WWE career ahead of him.
No, he's going to be an elite defensive coordinator again.
Let's talk about the Jets a little bit because
I'm
I'm looking at our playoff predictions. We all had them in the playoffs except for Austin.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I didn't have.
He was
I thought
so
I was
high on
so
the
high
Jets.
on them. What did I forget about?
No.
them?
Sorry. Austin did too. Okay, all five of us had them in the playoffs.
I was like, I had them pretty high. I thought.
Trent, Austin, and myself had them winning the division, and Alex and Rosie had them as a top wild card.
Which, to be fair, that division is garbage right now, so they can
Yeah.
still win it.
They might still win the division. But it does not look good. And I get it kind of, begins and ends with the head coach, but I don't think the defense was a problem. And he's a defensive guy. That
don't-
offense is not functional.
Well, he hired Hackett, so
Did he?
either he did or he got forced to by Aaron Rodgers. So
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's pretty simple.
I
Him and
think
Aaron
now you
Rodgers
nailed it.
didn't
Yeah.
jive, and they went with Rodgers. Even
I don't
though
think Aaron
he's a
Rodgers is going to make it through the
corpse.
season.
Yeah, he's a
I think
walking.
I thought he
corpse.
was going to retire at halftime. He looked so done.
He should have
He was
ran
bad,
for vice
too.
president.
The only
did
hit
you
that
also-
he can take
Okay.
is. I'm not gonna-
Did y'all see the report that apparently Salah was contemplating firing Hackett before he himself got fired?
Yeah.
And so people are wondering if Rodgers got word of that and, picked up the red corded telephone and called Woody Johnson and said, "Hey,
There's a
I
coup.
don't think so.
yeah,
I
Sent Salah
I
on
don't-
his own darkness retreat.
This was the first game that I don't think the Vikings won. Of their
Yeah, let's turn
five.
to the Vikings.
Oh.
I don't think the Vikings won that game. I think the Jets lost that game. They were terrible.
Yeah, I started
Like
Sam
the Jets-
Darnold for the first
the-
time.
The Jets defense was pretty stellar.
Pretty good. 12
And
points in
that
fantasy.
offense, the receivers can't catch footballs, and Aaron Rodgers is a little sissy and just sits in a corner and gets pissed.
He's an old man.
He's
Yeah.
such a diva, man.
Yeah, he can't move anymore.
Like normally the wide receivers are the divas on these teams. Not in New York. It's the quarterback.
All three of the interceptions he had were his fault too.
Yeah.
Like the first one was probably good defense, but like the other two throws were just bad throws.
I just don't understand. Like, they were ranked as like a top 5 offensive line before the season.
Yeah.
They've had one injury to old Dallas guy.
Tyron Smith.
Yeah. And then they had
Shocking.
a first round pick replace him. So they should be good. I just don't think that they're running a very good scheme. And I'm looking up how many yards Brees Hall got last game because
Not a lot because I started him.
it wasn't great.
It was terrible. I think he
Yeah.
had like 3 points.
He rushed 9 times for 23 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is like the scheme is awful. You have great players. You should have a good offensive line. You have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. And everyone was saying last year, if we just improve a little bit from Zach Wilson, we'll have a Super Bowl team. And that's just not the case because they don't have a good offensive
Did Garrett
coordinator.
Wilson have 22 targets? Was that what I saw?
Yeah.
It's insane.
22 targets.
Insane.
I saw something that basically said that through the first 5 weeks this season, the Jets have as many total points as they did through the first 5 weeks of last season with Zach Wilson. The offense isn't good. Like it's clunky. There's no rhythm. They're not good on early downs. They're not good on third down. Usually Rodgers, like, he's been really good on third down because of his ability to kind of move within the pocket and kind of extend plays, but he looks like a statue back there. Like, he's getting the ball out really quick because he doesn't want to get hit. Like, it's kind of similar to like those late years Brady seasons where like Brady didn't want to get hit until it got to like the playoffs, and he's like, all right, I'll stand in here and get popped because like he was trying to preserve himself. But like, I don't know, man. I expected. I clearly put too much stock in the really good offensive game against the Patriots. What was that, week 2, where Rodgers looked good in the pocket. He was moving around. He was, handling pressure well, all this stuff. But, and I know it was a London game. It's weird. The Vikings have a good defense, but it's not just a week 5 thing. Like the offense, it shouldn't be this bad when you, even though he's old, you have Aaron Rodgers, but you also have Brees Hall. You have Garrett Wilson. Like Alan Lazard is a competent, number 2. Like, it should be better than it is. And I don't know. I feel bad for Jets fans.
I don't.
They're used to it.
They're conditioned.
Yeah. Still. But yeah, so Salah's gone. I think they named the DC to be the interim head coach, so we won't get interim Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah, I was going to say, that kind of makes me call hooey on the whole Aaron Rodgers stepped in thing.
Or it was just optics, and they knew they couldn't make Hackett the interim head coach.
Yeah, that too.
He's the coach in the shadows.
Yep.
It's the Phantom Menace. Yeah.
Always 2 there are.
No more, no less.
Texans beat the Bills.
Great game.
Oh my God, the Bills were stupid in that game.
They were so bad.
Oh my, like that coaching at the end, the clock management.
It was Mike McCarthy level.
Oh, my
Throwing
God, worse.
3 like deep passes from your own end zone at the end of the game when you're just trying to milk the clock and make the other team use their timeouts. 2 of those passes were almost picked off too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Josh Allen probably had one of his worst games ever. He went 9 for 30.
It was bad.
9 for 30.
9. He had
9
9
for 30.
9 completed passes.
It was his worst game from a completion percentage standpoint of his career.
Yeah,
Which
it's not
is
good.
insane to think about because he's been bad before.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I still think they're contender. This was. I feel like we're going to see this game again.
Yeah,
Like in
I
the
think.
playoffs? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
Texans
Okay.
are good.
Not good.
I
enough,
do think
guess.
it's a little interesting, or I think it's a little concerning because, I'm sure they're really happy to not have to deal with the drama that is Stephon Diggs. But sometimes it is nice to have a receiver who can get open in man coverage. And it just does not seem like they have that right now.
Well, Shakir was out,
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah, and
that
that's
didn't
part
help.
of it.
And then
That's part of it.
It seems like they just don't use Kincaid as much as they should. I think Kincaid is their best pass catcher, but he only played 1 second.
As a Kincaid fantasy owner, it's very frustrating. Did y'all see that Stephon Diggs look post game? That's a great tweet.
What stat are you trying to find?
Kincaid
one where
played
he-
62% of the snaps.
And he slept with Cardi B.
What?
Why?
Did you not see that?
Not the same one. Okay.
Not that tweet. No,
Okay.
forgot to mention 8 months
Trent's
pregnant.
like-
Cardi B.
Oh,
Carry
yeah.
on.
Cardi B was 8 months pregnant.
Yeah, I kind of want to just chalk it up as, hey, it was a bad game, but it was kind of 2 games in a row now for the Bills where they didn't look all that good. And
3's a streak.
who do they have this week?
I don't know.
Line? Anybody? No.
Bueller.
Bueller.
They play the Jets.
Oh,
Oh, get right game Monday night.
They're bad against the Jets historically.
And the Jets have the fired coach.
Yeah.
Adrenaline.
I mean, this was 3
Oh.
runs away from overtime, though, guys. Like,
Yeah,
It
but they
wasn't that
didn't run the
bad.
ball.
Nope. Punt the season. Season's over.
I
Agreed.
tank for someone.
Tank for GD.
Wait,
Did you guys
y'all
catch
just-
any?
Carson Beck. Yeah, he is. He's a junior.
Who is
The GD guy.
GD.
Genty?
Yeah,
Genty.
whatever.
Oh yeah. No, he's coming out 2025 draft class.
Ooh.
Cowboys are going to take him with like the 12th pick.
No, Cowboys need
They're
to
going to
take
trade up.
Nick Squirtin with the 12th pick. That's what we need to do. He'll be
Who?
there.
Did you just say like a Pokemon?
No, it's the A&M. I choose you. Pass rusher guy. That's like it's Mel Kiper's
Okay,
number
no,
number
we're
one
done.
defensive
We're
end.
done.
Yeah, we're done with
the
A&M. We're done with
faggots.
A&M.
I'm just saying, you need him. You need him.
Did you guys catch either intentionally or via red zone any of the Commanders Cleveland game?
Caught it on my phone because I have Jaden Daniels.
I think Washington's good, and I think Jaden Daniels is the most fun quarterback in the league right now.
I think they were playing the Browns, and the Browns are inept.
I think that the
This can
Commanders are
also be
still
true.
4-1.
Was that one of the biggest like differences in vibes? Those two
Some would say
quarterbacks?
dichotomy.
Some would say dichotomy. I should put
Like the
that in
show
the
notes.
outline. That's good. Yeah, I like that. Dichotomy. Not only with the quarterbacks, but also just with the fan bases of those quarterbacks. Because Washington fans are on cloud 9 right now with Jaden Daniels, and rightfully so.
Yep.
And Browns fans are like, how can we get Deshaun Watson arrested so this team can get out of this contract?
I'll
Like,
join
We
the
get
lawsuit.
Osama bin Watson on a one-way ticket to Pyongyang.
I saw that. I saw that.
That's great.
It's so bad. But yeah, I want to talk about the good, which is Jaden Daniels. He is incredible. And it feels real. Like, I know you could say, oh, they were playing the Browns, but he's leading all NFL quarterbacks in EPA per dropback. Better than Josh Allen. Better than, you want to know it now. Okay, it's only one game, but you know who's third among qualified passers in
Sam
EPA per
Darnold.
dropback? Joe Flacco.
Beast.
Joe Flacco, baby. What a guy.
Guy thrives
Um,
everywhere he goes. My goodness.
He's an elite quarterback. He's got a Super Bowl.
He does. One of the best like postseason runs by a quarterback.
Hall of Famer?
The fall of Joe Flacco
No.
and
If
Andy
he wins
Dalton
another one,
makes
sure.
no sense to me. They were
You mean like
good
he was
quarter-
bad and he got sat for Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
Makes sense to me. I don't know.
They're both great. Like I don't understand how they like left their team, and then
They thought
just-
he was aging, man.
and then just didn't get another starting gig. is
Times
where
were
I'm going with
changing.
Yeah,
this.
aging
He
like
was it.
fine wine, apparently.
Like every time Joe Flacco and Andy Dalton come in, we're like, oh, they're still good, and they're
No,
like
Andy's
50.
shit. Bad again.
No, no, he's not.
He had
Timestamp.
one good game. He's been bad the last 2 games.
Yeah, he was really bad the last 2 games.
All right,
Bears
fair enough.
defense is elite.
Bears defense is really good.
Mhm.
I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to keep it up though. Like I think he's definitely
Jaden-
good. He's definitely going to stick around. But like if we're comparing him to C.J. Stroud last year, I don't.
It's
think
the
he's gonna
same
do that.
vibes, though.
No,
I
it's
think.
I know it's the same vibes.
You know
but
what vibes it is, and this is not just because he's the commander.
RG3.
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 If he can stay
Just
healthy.
super electric for the 1st
Mhm.
8 weeks or whatever.
Well,
One
this will
bad
be a fun
injury.
game. Week 6, noon slate. Probably the best game of the noon slate. Commanders at Ravens.
That'd be good.
Are they winning the division?
Yes.
Commanders?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 100%.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't
I-
think so, man.
Their
Like there's
turn.
no way. Their defense is so bad.
Yeah.
This is the
Have you
division.
seen
is
the
so
other
bad.
teams in the division?
It's so
I-
terrible.
I think the Eagles can figure it out.
And not with Hurts.
Hurts isn't bad. They just
bad.
they lost
It's
Devonta
not
Smith
good.
and AJ
Hurts-
Brown. They'll be back
Hurts-
this week.
Hertz had 17 turnovers in 17 games. So
Hurts also hasn't figured out how to beat the blitz.
play
So
quarterback.
The tush push is
Can he
dead.
read?
can't read a defense.
Okay.
That's not what he asked.
Every time I see him in an interview, I'm just like, is this guy like, is he okay?
What are you saying here? Jalen Hurts?
I
Can you
don't-
give us like an example? Like
Is this
act
like a
it out?
joke because he went
He
to
thinks he's
Alabama or a
slow.
joke because he
They
went to
ask him
OU? Or
They ask him a question and he's just like, yeah, no. Yeah.
He's too locked in, man.
I'm all about the team.
all right.
He's the
Current
opposite of Jameis Winston in interviews.
Yeah.
current NFC East winner odds. Who's the favorite?
Washington.
Washington, they're 4-1. That's a dumb question.
Like
Philly
NFC is
Philly
all-
plus
It's
125.
Giants.
Are you
It has to be Giants.
serious?
Washington's plus 185.
Ah, dang.
Wow.
And then Dallas plus 250. New York plus 4,000.
New York is 4,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying some of that ish right now.
Daniel Jones did look pretty good.
NFC North division winner.
Lions.
Vikings minus 110.
No.
Lions plus
the Vikings.
155. Packers plus 700 and Bears plus 1,500.
You see, taking the Bears and
I-
the Packers there, those aren't bad because they're only like 2 games back.
Yeah,
the
they're
NFC North
3-2.
is stacked.
The Bears have a top 5 defense.
Vegas says that there is no competition for the Bills in the AFC East.
Huh.
There isn't.
Bills are minus 225. Jets are plus 325.
NFC
Yeah.
East. 4,000 New York Giants.
Yeah, man.
$10.
To win?
$10 to win the division. Yeah. Looking at it right here.
No way.
And NFC West, San Francisco minus 125, Seattle plus 225, Arizona plus 450, LA plus 1,500.
Take
Seattle.
Arizona.
Okay.
450? It's not
Take
bad.
Arizona.
It's not bad. All right, let's talk about that game.
Plus money in Seattle, though? That seems absurd to me.
D-
Like plus 225.
Let's talk about it, Andrew. 'cause
You
we
could-
suck.
Here, I'm. wait, no, I was talking about Arizona, but yeah, we can talk about the Seahawks.
I thought you were going Seahawks first. Bad.
Let's do it.
Terrible offensive line. Can't tackle with the run. and then they try and come back, and then they make too many mistakes. I don't know. It was a frustrating game, and we're turning right back around, and we had to play the Niners on Thursday, which I guess they lost too, but that just means they're going to be hungry. It's tough right now.
Yeah, but on the flip side, it seems like the whole division is kind of
Not
that great.
That's the only silver lining from Sunday, because we shouldn't have lost that game. Even in the last seconds, we probably should have gone down and scored a touchdown. But Jackson Smith and Jr. dropped a pass on third down, so that didn't happen. But yeah, still got a 1-game lead, 3-2. The rest of the division is 2-3. Win on Thursday, and I guess the season's back on. But right now, it's tough. Injuries are tough. Offensive line's terrible.
You lost Nuasu, right?
Yeah. He came back. We rushed him back from injury, and now he's really hurt.
He's on IR now.
Yeah, he's probably not coming back until end of the season / playoffs if we make it.
Quick aside, you could parlay the Seahawks, Commanders, and Lions to win their divisions at 22-1.
Ooh,
Just putting that out there.
Spicy.
that
Why is
sounds
it
pretty
spicy?
good.
The wheels are turning in Rosie's head right now. I could see his
I mean,
eyes
that's-
flickering.
that's-
I don't think
side
that's
to
going to happen.
Oh, you don't want to bet on the lines, and I don't want to bet on the Seahawks. I get you.
All right, okay. You take out the Seahawks, and it's 6-1, or you could take out the Lions, and it's 8-1.
Dang, the Seahawks are really the cherry there, huh?
I
I
mean,
think
they're all
if
plus
Seahawks
money.
to get healthy, they would be
Yeah.
favorites. But
I hope Byron Murphy's back. He's already really important as a rookie. We need him back.
I think where you should feel okay is like Geno Smith has been playing really good football,
Gino's awesome. I love Gino.
and that can cover up a lot of, injuries and whatnot. And if you can just kind of survive to where you're in the mix, in the final month of the season, then I think you have as good of a chance as anyone.
Yeah, we're just in the lull period right now, but it's frustrating as a fan.
Yeah, but I mean,
you're
I
gonna
don't
make
know.
the
That
playoffs, though.
division seems very gettable.
It
Right.
is, luckily, because the Niners are in just as bad of injury luck, maybe even worse than us, honestly, right now.
And the Rams, far worse.
The yeah, but the Rams are in every game they play still just because of Stafford, which is insane. I guess we can start talking about those games.
Kool-Aid player of the week, Daniel Jones.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah,
back
he looked
in.
good.
Oh
Back
no.
in.
Yeah, Andrew,
I'm
I want
back
an
in.
apology.
I'm
For
back.
what?
It's been one game. Calm down. But
I'm
been two
apologizing.
games.
Good.
He's been
I'm
great.
It's been
apologizing.
4. He's been
been
great
2.
in every game but game 1.
That
He
just
wasn't
is
great
not
in the
true.
Bucks game. He
Okay,
was
no,
not great in the Bucks.
the Cowboys game, he did not lose in that game.
Yeah, he was fine.
He also didn't score touchdowns.
To say that he was great in every game but one this season, what does the word great mean?
I'm
I'm
think
sorry.
we're talking about
Daniel
even
Jones is something.
good is a jump from Andrew standards. So like, it's
He's
Why
been
are
a
we
good
doing this?
quarterback.
What are we doing, guys? Come on.
I'm back. I was out just when I thought I was out.
You guys
We
are
don't want
making
you
me
back,
feel
Austin.
even
You're a
They pulled
traitor.
me back
more
in.
more down.
We were all out.
I was
I
ready
was
to give
not.
him
I
a
was
praise
not.
for a good game, and then you guys just want to give him the MVP. I don't know.
What are you talking
No.
about? Y'all weren't out.
I want to give him a jacket.
Is he winning the Masters? What are we doing?
He's got a better chance of winning the Masters.
I want to give him a tan jacket. Hall of Fame.
Oh my.
I thought there's no way.
We'll pour him a nice tall glass of tan Kool-Aid.
Daniel Jones, 0 to hero.
Just like that.
0 to hero.
Wonder what those odds would be, Daniel Jones to make the Hall of Fame.
It's a long play.
I will take those. I'll be your bookie.
Okay,
You can place
so
those bets through me.
If he doesn't,
You got to give him pretty good odds.
okay. So if he doesn't make the
Give him
Hall
like
of Fame,
plus 10,000.
I'll give you no. It's more than that. I'll give you $5 if he doesn't make the Hall of Fame. But if he does, you got to give me 10,000.
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
see?
just say yes.
You're not.
No,
you're not out
the
on
New
him
York
either.
media. No. It's just the New York media has a way of,
Why
swaying
isn't Eli
things.
Manning in a Hall of Fame then?
He's going to be.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like if
We
they
could
I
could
win
mean,
Super Bowls.
technically, you would never lose because
think
he
if
would
you
still
win
have a
2
chance
Super
of getting to the
Bowls.
Hall of Fame.
see, that's the thing. That's the
Shut
thing.
up, dude.
Trent's like you gave away my secret.
Sorry, Trent.
Be on my
Guys.
deathbed, hand him a $5 bill.
I
Here you go,
can't
bud.
find the odds. I don't think they exist.
They
Sadly.
don't.
No,
Of
they
Hall
don't
of
make bets
Fame.
that
I don't
long.
think that exists for
I
anybody.
just looked to see.
I'm curious what his MVP odds are. Anybody want to
don't know.
guess?
No.
Plus 25,000.
Plus 50,000.
If it's that, I'm taking it.
Oh, it's plus 30. Oh wait, no, that was earlier.
Plus 40,000.
Holy crap.
I'm taking
400 to 1.
it right now.
I mean,
The
he just
guy-
had a great game against one of the best.
He has the
secondaries.
same MVP
He
odds.
picked on Trey Brown the whole time. Trey
$10
Brown's
to
terrible.
get you to taxpayer status.
He has the same MVP odds as Andy Dalton. But yeah, man,
I'm
he's
taking
been
over
good.
Andy Dalton, right? Like,
He's been good, really solid, good player.
thanks,
Team's definitely
Andrew.
not going to move on from him after this year. Definitely not going to.
Andrew
Execute
Definitely not
the-
smugness.
or Shaduro. I can't even say his name.
Andrew's
Shador
defense
Sanders.
mechanism against.
He's still better than
against
Dak.
Shaduro.
Okay.
I'm not even taking the bait.
Dang it.
I'm not even taking it. You don't understand. Like I'm so weathered when it comes to the Dak discussion.
You're way too aware, Andrew. You got to stop it.
Yeah.
We got to get the content. Come on, man.
I mean, how about that game-winning drive against Pittsburgh on the road? Bunch of injuries.
Anybody stay up for that?
After
After
2
three
picks in
turnovers.
2 days.
After
That should be
After-
my
and a
big-
fumble. Don't forget
that
the
should
fumble.
have been my big whatever headline. If it's 2024 and if you're still playing football outside, you're a terrible owner.
No. Love
Agreed.
it outside.
Yeah,
That's
including
so
the
dumb.
whole city of Green Bay.
Yeah, well, that was.
If you're
good.
still playing football in a stadium that does not have a retractable roof,
You guys
are you
retract that
doing?
once every 5 years, dude.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
saying-
basically a roof.
Then
I'm
you
not-
unretract it when it's snowing.
No.
now we're talking.
I'm telling you, it's so dumb.
The roof is there to let the snow in.
Like,
That's why it exists.
make a stadium like LA or whatever where it's just the roof, like it's open. But
Well,
it's
LA
covered.
had lightning delays too. Then they've had those before.
Did they?
Because it's back when it first opened, they had some like dry lightning in the area during one of the early games, and they had to delay
Dude,
What
it.
on
what-
earth
what
is
does-
dry lightning?
And what is wet like?
When it's so hot outside, like
That sounds like an
in the
Urban Dictionary
desert.
thing.
Look it up.
Go ahead.
It's science.
Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead,
Sounds
Alex.
like a
It's
position.
like when it's so hot outside in the desert, something makes lightning appear.
Dry
It-
thunderstorm.
It's like a lightning storm. It's not raining or anything like that. It's just
It's a
electricity
thunderstorm
in
with
the
no
air.
rain. That's
Pretty
what
much.
it is.
You guys have to try dry lightning. I can recommend.
It's better than the blue stuff.
Me and my wife love it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Sounds like a bad energy drink is what it sounds like. I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
Oh,
rain
no,
delay
dude.
was
I'm there too.
stupid.
It's my favorite.
The rain delay was stupid.
Way dumber.
See, that's the
than
thing
dry
about
lightning.
Seattle is when it rains, we don't delay because we never have thunderstorms. So that's sort of why I'm on the opposite side of outdoor stadiums because we never really had this problem in Seattle personally. But everywhere else, I could see why it gets annoying.
Let's just play every game in Seattle then.
Yeah, fun. I mean, sure. I didn't say the whole. Well,
Fudge is
fudge.
I marked it. It's okay. Yeah, the rain. I did not stay up to watch the end of that game. I woke up and caught up on it.
I did. Tolbert got hit in the balls like really hard, and then
Yeah.
caught a touchdown pass to win it.
Got hit with that dry lightning.
Dry hail. Got hair in the stones.
Dodgers just threw
Had
the
some
ball
dry
away.
ice afterwards.
Oh man. Man, we're just bouncing all around. Okay, we hit
Go Padres.
Texans. We hit Ravens. Well, did we
We-
talk Ravens Bengals?
I described the
so.
last play.
Game, yeah, the game.
Oh, that's
we
right,
did.
that's right,
We,
that's
we-
right.
We covered this.
Go Ravens.
Lightning strike.
Are the Bengals in too big of a hole to climb out of?
For the
No.
division, yes, they could.
The Bengals are done.
They could sneak into a wild card, I think, because no one else is taking it.
Their defense is trash.
Agreed.
Here's a fun exercise. If you go to Tankathon and you look at the NFL draft order, the New England Patriots have the first pick and the Cincinnati Bengals have the second pick. The draft order today.
Who's got the 32nd pick?
Oh, it's the Minnesota
It's
Vikings.
the Chiefs.
Okay, just making sure.
I mean, the Chiefs are 5-0 and the defending champs. I mean,
Trent, I'm going to take a
what
screenshot
they
of this
think
and
about
just send
About
it
to
to
draft
you
Lewis Cine again.
because at least they didn't draft Jalen Rager over Justin Jefferson. Got that one right. I'm going to take a screenshot and send this to you, Trent, because what Tankathon does is it just takes the standings, and once you get down to the 19th team, then it takes those 6 and says, okay, here's your wild card round losers, and then takes the next 4 and say, okay, here's your divisional round losers. So it's got the Chiefs and the Vikings as this Super Bowl teams. So that's pretty cool. Your Vikings are 5-0, undefeated. It's them and the Chiefs. And it seemed like things were coming back down to earth for Sam Darnold a little bit in that London game. But
he's been trash the last 3 weeks.
But they're still winning.
Yeah.
And
defense, yeah.
they're about to get Hawkinson back. Didn't they activate him from the PUP? So he's returned to practice.
Do you want to know what happened the last time the Vikings won 5 games to start the season?
They lose the next 6 or something.
They
So
lost
they-
8 of the next 9.
How?
Finished the season.
That was Bradford's season.
Did
Yeah,
a
so-
nuke hit
When was
Minneapolis or
this?
something?
Yeah, when was
I
this?
think Sam
Was this
Bradford
George Floyd?
tore his ACL.
That's why they put a roof on the stadium.
No,
I
it was
forgot
the
Bradford
first
played
year
for you
in that
guys.
stadium.
Oh.
The refs against the Cowboys missed a PI in the end zone when his time expired. It was real bad. I was there. It was Thursday night.
Sorry, buddy.
Refs bailed out the Cowboys again. Tale as old as
Yep.
time.
Of
Yep,
course.
Yep.
We all remember the Dez game.
And then Bradford blew his knee out or something. We had Joe Webb.
Joe
Quarterback.
Webb sounds made up. That's not a real quarterback.
Exactly. It was like Joe
Wasn't he a
Webb.
pitcher?
Yeah, I don't know what he
The
was. He wasn't a
Diamondbacks?
quarterback though. We figured that out quick.
Joe Webb is the neighbor down the street in King of the Hill. Like that's
No,
that's
but
not an
they-
NFL quarterback.
They won 2 of their next 13 games or something, and finished 5-11 or 7-10.
They're making
Well-
the playoffs. Don't worry, Trent.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their schedule.
The next besides you take the Lions out of the equation, the 5 teams after that have a combined 6 wins or something.
So Lions will be a tough game.
Yeah.
They're automatically going to lose that next week against the Rams.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more about if they can beat the Colts and the Jaguars and the Titans after that. Because the post-Lions curse is real, Rosie. Teams do not like winning football games immediately after playing your Lions.
Yeah, the
someone's
stats on
gonna
it.
get someone's gonna get hurt in practice this week for the for
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, guys.
That's a bad omen.
yeah. They're agreeing with me.
Yeah.
I mean, the Vikings have been
Did
like
not like that take.
really healthy, right? Other than Aaron Jones just now.
I see what you're
Yeah.
doing. I see what you're doing, Rosie. It's evil.
I feel like that's like the majority. Honestly, that's like a lot of the teams this season. Everyone's so close to like being a good team. It just takes a lot of injuries to knock them out. Like the Rams, for example, and Lions have been healthy too. So they've. I feel like this is just a game of endurance at this point.
What's the status on the Aaron Jones injury, Trent?
They said he avoided a long-term injury. He's week to week. They're hoping he can be back for the Lions game.
Ty Chandler, baby.
Okay.
So same thing as it always is in week 5.
Is Flores going to get figured out?
So this is my theory. I think the Vikings are winning games because they're surprising teams. Like they don't know how to prepare, but like once when they get the Packers for a second time and the Lions for a second time, they'll have like a better game plan. So I think they'll be figured out by the end of the season.
I completely agree. That being said, I think they had one of the best defensive signings in the offseason with Van Ginkel.
Yeah.
He's incredible. And
they got him for like 3 years for $10 million or something.
And even Gilmore, like he was thrown on the trash heap like 5 years ago because he was too old, but he's never actually been bad. Gilmore's had a great season so far as well. Honestly, I hate that.
I don't want it to go unsaid that when we were doing season previews, I said, yeah, the Vikings just got Gilmore. Andrew called them old, and now his team is shit, and my team's 5-0. So I think that's karma.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Cowboys were going to be really good this year, so that's fair. I was really high on them, so that was
Bet them to win the Super Bowl.
it was a sick burn. Yeah, no, good for
Kicking
the
him while
Vikings.
he's down, Trent.
That just
God.
killed the air.
Dude, I am so emotionally removed from the Cowboys. I'm happy they won because Dak had a cool drive.
Therapy works, guys. Therapy
But
works.
you've got Jerry Jones going on the radio saying, our like 5th string wide receiver who's on the practice squad has a little Des Bryant in him, so we all need to watch out. He hasn't been activated once all season.
Why is Dalvin Cook not activated?
Because he's Dalvin Cook. What do you
I'd
He's
take
too
him
busy
over.
chasing Lizzo around.
I'd just
Keeps
throw him in
getting
there, see what
lost every time
happens.
she takes a step.
Is that why she's losing weight?
Lizzo's losing weight.
Yeah, that's why she retired from music.
Yeah.
She retired from music?
No,
No.
she'll be back in about a year or so to do a return tour.
Oh.
Anybody else watching the Dodgers just fall apart right now?
No, I'm watching the Bruins beat the tar out of the.
They had a
I
chance
am
to
Alex.
turn
It's beautiful.
they had a chance to turn a double play and it bounced off Machado's shoulder, and now it's 3-1 Padres. No outs, runners on the corners.
No, poor Dodgers. Oh,
I mean, they
no.
started a dude who was 1-6 with almost a 7 ERA. So I
Do you
don't.
think that
No,
we're
Well,
going
Well,
to
it's
need to?
because all their starters are hurt.
Yeah,
Outside of
Do you
Flaherty.
think? Do you think that we'll need to fix the playoffs if, like, we need to fix this playoff format if the Dodgers lose or the Yankees lose? Because clearly this is unfair.
they're just praying for another 60 game season.
It's clearly all of baseball's fault that these teams suck in the playoffs. Oh no.
I'm also getting Spain vibes.
I'll
from this
never
Padres team.
forget the thought pieces that Ken Rosenthal was writing after the Dodgers got swept last year. But we need to change this format. You play 162 games and it's over in a weekend. So okay, well, if you don't
That's
show up,
called
you don't show
baseball
up.
playoff.
Yeah, it's just
That's
baseball.
how it always
man.
has been.
So stupid. It's not everyone else's fault that you
He's a national baseball writer.
suck in October. Maybe you don't let a guy like Corey Seager walk, who's one of the most clutch hitters of our generation. Maybe that'll
Wow.
solve it. Instead, you try to upgrade with Mookie Betts, who famously sucks in October.
Yeah, when he doesn't have his Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Although
Wait,
he
what?
did hit a home
Oh
run.
no, yeah, that
in
was
the
Boston.
return.
That's right. Yeah, I hope the Padres smack them.
I think Trent's asleep from all this baseball talk.
That's fine.
is
He's used
really
hockey.
boring.
He's used hockey as back as his one big headline for a month straight now. I'm allowed a few minutes to rant about
Man,
baseball.
Andrew's at roast happy today.
No, seriously, you
He's
guys
pissed.
ride the Padres. They're giving me Spain vibes.
I'm pissed
right now.
because Rosie tried to say I need to apologize about Daniel Jones. What are we
It's
doing?
my fault.
That was 15 minutes ago.
What are we doing here?
Totally
Come
good.
on.
I still haven't heard it yet.
You never will.
I don't think
This
it's
is-
coming.
This is great podcasting.
If I outlive you, I'm going to your funeral and I'm leaning over the casket and be like, I'm still not apologizing. Just
If
moving
Daniel
on.
Jones wins the Super Bowl, I'm
I won't let you out.
mailing you a Daniel
Ooh,
Jones jersey. So you
Fun
can sign it.
pod
Signed?
segment. Who dies first?
Me.
That'd be.
It won't be
Yes,
close.
Trent.
So we got to decide death. order.
Wait, what? Wait, I missed that.
He said it won't be close.
And just sort of simmered there for a second. And then,
I don't know if it will be Trent.
He's scrappy for sure.
I don't know. I got to lose some weight, or else it's gonna be me. So
oh,
heart disease. Heart disease comes for those who are large.
Who's
you
the
look like a
who's
good
the,
cook, though.
I am.
who's the
From the
longest
picture
living
you
out of
sent.
the five of us?
Not
Who's the longest living?
Yeah.
Alex, it's all those psychedelics keeping him alive.
me and Aaron Rodgers hanging out.
No
Alex
family.
showing up to meet Aaron Rodgers on a beach in Mexico, like the end of Shawshank Redemption. Just gets off.
Why did I
Roger-
picture that
Rogers
so
just-
clearly?
Rodgers just looks up from his boat. He's like, "Oh, I knew you'd be here."
Heck yeah, man.
Dang.
Ah,
Right, so Trent's first, and Alex is outliving all of us. Got it.
apparently.
The middle.
Also,
is
this
so
is-
easy.
Also, this is a long teaser, but we'll have some good Bible content for next summer to fill
Ooh.
the off season that we
You're
were
gonna make me
brainstorming.
wait till summer.
We
Made
were
Jesus wait.
Jesus could be back by then, Andrew. Come on.
and if he is, then none of this will matter.
Sorry, guys.
Don't be sorry.
I gotta start.
That's also a bad omen.
Padres hit a 3-run bomb. It's 6-1 now.
He's
Bottom
back
of the
tomorrow.
second. Yeah, if Jesus comes back, then
Sleeper
Well-
funds all of our death pick predictions.
we'll tell you about our Bible content in heaven. How about that?
There we go.
And I'll be the first to go.
Live pod from heaven.
Wherever
There we
Jesus
go.
went.
live pod from heaven.
Well, it wouldn't be
You
heaven
don't
without
even
us.
need mics.
It would be heaven without us. Is that what you
Yeah.
Gosh, is this how
Um,
little? This is how little we have to talk about.
Rosie, you want to do your fantasy roundup?
It's
Please.
time for Rosie's roundup.
I keep forgetting.
This is telling me the Broncos have won 3 games in a row.
Bo
You.
Nix, man.
They've played the worst teams in the league.
Elite
Yeah.
bus driver right now.
Okay,
I'm still in on Bo Nix.
so this is a
It'll be
drink
fine.
the Kool-Aid. I mean, buying the hype on these fantasy players.
Lingering hamstring.
Nico Collins, wide receiver 1 overall. And I have a little stat to give on each of these. So Nico Collins has had at least 80 receiving yards in each of his last 5 regular season games, dating back to last season.
That's false.
had-
This past week he had 78.
Sucks for you. But is he wide receiver 1 in the league?
In the whole league?
Well,
No.
right now he is fantasy wide receiver 1. So
Yeah, and,
And I mean, like,
in
man,
fantasy. In fantasy?
And I mean, like, going forward, like next year we're drafting and we're like, ooh, do we want Justin Jefferson or Nico Collins?
no.
How old is he?
Young.
Pretty young.
We'll see, I
He
guess.
is 25.
Also, he's week to week, by the way, with the hamstring injury.
I know. Forget the hamstring. Just he's been incredible
buying.
this season.
I mean, if the usage continues and they don't draft any other receivers or trade for any,
I mean, he's not going to get more competition than he has right now. He has Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell.
yeah, but Stephon Diggs is old.
Still
Diggs
Tank
has
Dell.
been really good.
Tank
And
Dell's
Schultz
good.
gets targets.
No, he is an elite wide receiver 1 on a really crowded offense.
He's really, really good. I would still probably give an edge to Justin Jefferson, and
What about
I think
Chase?
I would take Collins over Chase. I think the discussion point is: are you taking Collins over CeeDee Lamb?
I would.
Because
That's
Right
CeeDee
now,
Lamb
yeah.
is CeeDee Lamb is not in a crowded offense.
But
And he
is
hasn't been
quarterback.
nearly as good. Like everyone has CeeDee Lamb as their wide receiver 1 for the year.
Jamar had 40 points.
Yeah, but he also, I mean, he started kind of slow last year too. Like, I'm looking at his kind of game log last year, and it first 5 weeks was actually eerily similar to what he's done the first 5 weeks here. And then after the bye week in week 7 last year, 41, 28, 40, 17, 17, 33. And he ended up being the wide receiver 1. So
He'll have his games, but I don't think he can be wide receiver 1 again. I don't think he has the talent
I
for it,
do.
to be honest.
all right. I disagree, but that's fair. Nico Collins is really, really freaking good. So I like that. All
On
right.
to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Tank Bigsby. Is he better than
Yeah.
ETN?
Yes.
And the stat I have for this one, through week 5, he ranks 12th in yards after contact, 220 yards, despite missing 2 games and a third, 2 and a third games in yards after. What the heck?
He's
His
missed 2
yards after
games.
contact per attempt is 6.47 yards, which is absolutely insane. He is
Runs
technically the best running back in the NFL.
Wow. Better than Zeke Elliott.
I mean,
Andrew's on one. Gosh.
yeah.
Andrew needs to go to bed.
Don't we all?
Alex does.
Well,
I'm
who
doing
you
I
guys
don't know,
taking?
the Padres are waking me back up, man. And the spell.
Wake me.
Yeah,
up.
Tank Bigsby is really good.
Bigsby over ETN.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone in agreement.
Absolutely.
I love Bigsby coming
Yeah.
out. And
You're making
he
some
went
very good
from
points.
the worst running back in the NFL last year, like statistically the worst running back in the NFL, to the best.
Tank
So
was?
it's great to see. Yeah.
Cool.
right.
Last one, if everyone's okay with it.
Absolutely.
Not.
Get out.
Malik
Well,
Neighbors. You
go
got
ahead.
to answer anyway.
Nabbers.
Andrew, you're covering the stat.
That's Austin.
That's me.
That's
Oops.
Austin.
I didn't realize.
Andrew. Malik
not me.
Neighbors, best rookie receiver of all time. And the stat I have with this is
Bye,
He
buddy.
didn't play last
his
week.
2.54 yards per route run, ranks second among rookie wide receivers in 2024.
So you said he's the best rookie wide receiver, and then gave us a stat that he ranks second in.
I think he's behind Brian Thomas at the moment,
Just
but
just
we're all
just to
taking
clarify,
Thomas
you
is a
said the word best,
zone
and then you
weapon.
gave us a second stat.
It's just the one that was available.
Why are we talking about a guy
I was
who-
doing this research on the pod.
Daniel Jones didn't even need him last week, man. He's not even like Slayton looked way
Come
better.
around circle.
Oh man.
There it
Um,
is. There it
All right.
is.
My I don't think Neighbors is gonna be the best rookie wide receiver of all time.
Yeah,
I think
conversation.
Who
Jamar
is?
Chase
Who is?
has
Jamar.
something to say about that. Puka Nakua literally broke the record last year. So-
Yeah, we forget about Puka
People forget about Puka.
right now.
I don't,
Coming
but
back.
people do.
He's coming back.
Is
But-
like ball sacks in his knee or something?
What?
Neighbors is really, really.
Yeah?
No, I know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna keep it moving. Neighbors is really, really good.
Here come the Dodgers.
Really good.
Alex didn't even pay attention. Trent is gone.
All right.
This
So
is
my
the best
stat
podcast
of the week. It's always great when all 5 of us are on.
Save it, Andrew. Save us. Land this plane, buddy.
My stat of the
Come
week is
on.
also fantasy related, and it's just a bunch of fantasy stats. And you
3
could
engines
consider
are
this.
failing.
You could consider this like reasons to buy these players. Some of these players they've done really good this year. So it's not like this. Not all of these guys are bargain bin shopping, but just in terms of like trends, specifically wide receivers, what you want to look for is like who has a high target rate, which is basically how often, whenever they run routes, are they getting targeted with the football. Josh Downs, 37% target rate. Which if I
Pittman's a
look,
bum.
what's that?
Pittman is a bum.
Yeah, he is.
To put his target rate into perspective, the only qualified receiver who has a higher target rate than 37.1% is Cooper Kupp, and that was basically from his crazy game in week 1 when he had like 25 targets. That's it. And then it's Josh Downs. So I would definitely be buying him. I know
You
Alec
gotta hope
Pierce
that Joe Flacco.
stays.
Yeah.
Yes. It hinges on Joe Flacco, but I would say even if Joe Flacco is not there, the floor on Downs seems pretty high. Because he's really good. I know Pierce catches the long bombs, like 1 or 2 a game, but Downs is way more consistent. So I'd be looking for him. Rosie's guy, Amon-Ra St. Brown, is at a 31% target rate, and that is with running. If you look at most routes run so far this season, okay, he's far down because he already had his bye week, so that makes sense. But he's got a 31% target rate, and then T. Higgins 30% target rate. I know a lot of the production really hasn't been there for him. He had a good game this last week against the Ravens, but if you could maybe still try to get him, I would. And then, we always talk about, this is definitely like an off-season topic, but it's with running backs, it's like touchdown regression, right? And it's like, well, okay, you're not going to expect, the same touchdowns to continue or red zone looks, whatever. Like a lot of those things can be kind of random. I don't think they're as random mid-season. I think if you're seeing like a trend that season, it's okay to put more stock in it as opposed to like trying to, project that out into future years. Running backs with 10 plus attempts inside the 10-yard line. Kyron Williams leads the league with 15. Jordan Mason with 14. Brian Robinson Jr. with 13. Derrick Henry with 12. And then a 3-way tie of David Montgomery, Jonathan Taylor, and Zach Moss with 10. Those are the guys who are getting all the, not just red zone looks, but that's goal to go situations. And they're getting the ball with a chance to score a touchdown. So a lot of those guys you would expect, Derrick Henry, but Brian Robinson has been really good in that Washington offense. And Kyron Williams, you are.
Oh,
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of his work because they've been like tackled at the 1-yard line. And obviously he's going to be the rushing downs back, but Eckler's there. He's looked really good. And then Jeremy McNichols has been getting a lot of run recently. He's also looked really good, even though he's a no-name. But just having 3 running backs in the same offense, I just don't trust it. You don't really want the one that's doing the running down stuff.
Yeah, but Eckler's also old, and he's already been injured once this season, and he's
It was
pretty
concussion,
injury
though,
prone.
so it's a little bit different.
But he's had some injury history the last few years.
Oh, but so is Brian Robinson.
What, he got shot?
Yeah.
They do live in DC, so
Did
He
get
came
hurt?
back though.
Yeah, but he got hurt.
So yeah, that's just some goal to go stats for the running backs and target rates for the wide receivers. Guys, we've been podcasting for
What feels like 6
About-
hours.
80 minutes now. I can't ask Trent if he has a dad joke because he hasn't been in his seat for 20 minutes.
Rosie ticked him off.
sorry.
I will provide the dad joke here, and then we can wrap up the pod. I asked my German friend if he knew the square root of 81. He said no.
Gosh. Yeah, I knew where you're going with that.
All right, that's going to do it.
Duh.
Good job, Rosie. Yes, 9 is no in
Just
German.
explain it for the audience.
Yes. You want a bonus one?
Why not?
Sheepdog says to the farmer, "I got all 50 sheep in the pen." Farmer says to the dog, "But I only have 46 sheep." Sheepdog says to the farmer, "I know. I rounded them up."
That's a great one.
That
Oh my
was
gosh.
that was a good one. That was one of your better ones.
Commit that to memory.
That was nice.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it for this week's episode. We will be back next Tuesday. It'll be some collection of the 5 of us. Exact roster TBD. Pretty much, I feel like it's game time decision for most people just in this season of life. So
Go to sleep, Evelyn.
yeah, go to sleep, Evelyn. That's right. But I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of the week. And really, I hope that everyone watches playoff baseball because
yeah.
think of it as like eating a double portion of meat so that you cancel out a vegan who's not eating meat. Like watch twice as much playoff baseball as you normally would watch, so you could cancel out all the negative energy from Trent regarding playoff baseball.
Dude, I got one for you right now. It was 6-1 when we were talking moments ago, and Teoscar Hernandez just hit a grand slam to make it 5-6.
What a great offseason pickup for the Dodgers, I
Wow.
will say.
Yeah, he needed to get out of the Mariners.
He's been money.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it there. I'm gonna go try to edit out all the bleeps in this podcast.
There's some
And
suggestive
watch
humor,
the end
too.
of this game. Now I'm gonna leave all the suggested stuff in, just for the real ones. So I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your week, and we will see you next time.